I have 2 cardiovascular markers that should be on your radar. What's up, you guys? I'm excited that you're here. This is going to be a very short and sweet video, but I wanted to mention 2 cardiovascular markers that are so important, and they are not typically run on your blood panel that you get from your doctor every year unless you do an in-depth heart panel. But I think these markers should be something that you should be on the lookout for and not wait until it's too late, which is where a lot of these labs are given, is when someone already has a heart attack or starts having issues. This is something that you can keep an eye on before things get worse. So marker number 1 is called oxLDL, oxLDL. And I'm sure you recognize the LDL part. It's a lipoprotein. When you do a cholesterol panel, LDL is always checked. But what's interesting about oxLDL is ox stands for oxidized. So oxidized LDL is when this lipoprotein is damaged and oxidized. And when LDL is damaged and oxidized, it actually can cause that inflammation and that damage inside the artery. That is what you don't want. You don't want the inflammation, you don't want the plaque. This is all leading to heart disease. So as much as you can keep this down, that would be amazing, and keep your heart health healthy. oxLDL is powerful because you're able to see oxidation of LDL. Is this an issue? And if so, you really have to relook at your life, like the oils that you consume. If you eat out a lot, that can be an issue because they usually use really junky industrialized oils like vegetable oil and soybean oil, all that. And certain oils, even like olive oil, which when are cooked at a high heat, that can also damage the oil and oxidize the oil and contribute to this. So if you have a higher oxLDL, this is definitely something to take up with your heart doctor, but you really need to start putting into play dietary changes and lifestyle changes. The marker number 2 is MPO. This is an enzyme that is produced by a white blood cell macrophage. And I love this marker because this is, I feel like, even more not tested than oxLDL. I've actually seen oxLDL tested a little bit before, but not common. But MPO is the enzyme that when this is high, this does show that there's plaque formation and inflammation in the arteries. So this definitely correlates to being on the road for heart disease if you do not have it already. And if I could remember the study, I think it was like with increased MPO, you were 2 times more likely to have death, mortality with a cardiovascular event. Just the studies that are around it and how much it increases your risk of not just mortality, which is the worst thing that could happen, but just a cardiovascular event in the first place. So I encourage you to ask your doctor, become empowered, know these 2 markers. I'll repeat them, MPO and oxLDL. I think this is a wonderful thing to get ahead of and to know your body. We run this often in panels that we do because we're looking for inflammation. I'll throw you a little extra bonus, but this one's pretty common. I see this tested often, which is your CRP. This is overall body inflammation marker, definitely tied to cardiovascular health, but in general, just inflammation in the body. So I like MPO and oxLDL because it does directly tie into cardiovascular, which CRP is whole body. So it doesn't have to be cardiovascular disease. It is just inflammation in the body as a whole. And it doesn't technically tell you where the inflammation lies. So get those markers tested. We test this in our practice. If you are needing a practitioner that you are looking to take that diet and lifestyle approach to your health, make sure you go into the link in the description to book a free call with us so we can talk it over about our process and how we can help you reach your health goals and stay healthy for a long time.